In Chapter 7, Grant, you talk about messages to conversations, and you say, I think, that conversation is marketing. But you also say that if that is true, that it's very important that companies listen to that conversation. Tell me what you mean by that.
Yeah, it's really important. I think a lot of companies are still very much in broadcast mode. So they've gone online and they're now blogging and they're now using Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube and all these other Google Plus and all these other platforms. But they're still very much using them in a broadcast way. Because if you think old marketing was very much, I did a direct mail piece and I sent it out, or I did a TV advert, and it was very much about my messages. There was no right of reply. The big change today is that the big communication revolution, if you like, is that today everybody's got a channel and they'll use it. And so what's much more powerful is when you go online now, of course a company can tweet, a company can post something of value on a blog, and all of that's interesting, but as a customer, as a prospect, I have a right of reply. And so what's very, very important for companies is listening, and listening comes in two parts. First of all, listening to what the market's doing anyway, because actually it's so insightful. We don't need focus groups anywhere in the traditional sense. Today you can go online and you can understand a marketplace just by taking a step back and seeing what people are posting up and what they're saying, and get more in tune with your market, which means you can be more relevant. The second part is, if I do use these channels, if I do tweet or I do blog or I do post things on YouTube or whatever it is, then I've got to embrace the comments, because these are two-way channels. They're not broadcast media in the traditional sense. And you know, if someone takes the time to post something up, to comment, whether it's a positive or negative one, I owe it to those people to then respond. And that's what we mean by conversation. And too many companies still sort of post their things up and walk away. And I would say to companies, think of it like a pub. You wouldn't go into a pub or a bar, tell someone what you thought of last night's football, and then get up and walk out before they get a chance to comment. And it's exactly the same online. If you do have an opinion on a blog post, which is legitimate, if someone has a contra opinion or they agree with what you're saying, you owe it to at least respond in some way.